Hey, hello everyone. My name is Greg Savage. I'm one of the managers at YourLife Crowd. And today I'm going to talk about the company, our program, our why, why we do what we do, and why we feel as though you should join the crowd. Okay? Now, as YourLife Crowd, right, we believe in an inclusive business model. We believe in stronger together, right? We believe that our simple, easy to follow solution is absolutely the easiest path to financial freedom. And we're going to show you exactly why we believe that and why you will begin to believe that as well, okay? Now, this is broken into two sections. So this is section one, our why, and why you should join the crowd. Let's just jump straight into it, okay? It's a lot of information. I'm gonna try to, speed up my pace. I normally talk, kind of slow, but I'm gonna try to go fast enough to get through this information so that you guys can begin to digest it and begin to take actions to change your life and be a part of the crowd, all right? Our why. We wanna disrupt the traditional winner take all aspects of business, the way business is typically conducted, here in the US, all right? And in doing so, our objective is to help millions of Americans break through financial stagnation, or AKA living paycheck to paycheck, right? That is something that we're passionate about. That's something that, our entire business model is centered around how to assist people in breaking out of that stagnated lifestyle. Now, of course, you're not going to be able to get the full, understanding of, YourLife Crowd. And we have a page that you can visit. We invite you to visit it, y.yourlifecrowd.com. And you can dive in and really, really get a much broader sense of who we are as a company, as a management team, and where we're going. All right, just as a backdrop, commerce, right? Commerce is just simply the process of buying and selling, goods or service, right? Typically, everybody is, participating in commerce for the profit. That's the prize, right? Now, traditional or typical capitalism in the US, it generally creates what we call winners and losers, right? Because it's designed so that the business owners, they take all the profits, and the profits is really, being fueled by the consumer's wealth, by the resources of the consumer. And that's something that we think is a major, inherent flaw in the typical business model that you'll see here in the US and many other parts of the world. All right, here's what, typical, traditional business owners, look like. These are companies that, I'm sure you're familiar with. Some of the faces you're probably, familiar with also. The leaders of Amazon, Apple, Walmart, Target, Costco's, all of those huge mega companies, right? Now, on the right side, we have, a whole lot of ordinary people, like us. We are the ones that generally, in typical, business structure, we are the ones that's classified as the losers because we're the buyers. We're trained, we're conditioned to go and chase what they give us to chase. And they normally give us things like discounts or free shipping, things that, kind of keep our eye off of the real prize. And the real prize is profits. That's what it's really about. And as I go through this information, you're going to see more and more why profits is what we all should be chasing. All right. Here's a recent study that was done last year, almost a year ago. And it came out that 59% of American adults say they live paycheck to paycheck. And that really just kind of startled us. And it really, caused us to say, whoa, wait a minute, man. And the deep part about it was these weren't low income Americans. These are six-figure annual earners that also were acknowledging in a large quantity that they live paycheck to paycheck, right? So this is something that kind of affirmed that our business model, our solution, has an incredible need, to help, the broader population of American adults. Right. Now, as we looked at that study and other research that we did, we wanted to understand, why did so many Americans, live paycheck to paycheck? Why were they living in a state of financial stagnation? Okay. And there was many, 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 valid points and, subsets and things that were in the research, but there was two broad reasons that kind of stood out that we, decided to put our focus on. And that's what we're going to go over here right now. All right. So one, the obvious. They say they don't make enough money. Pretty much, everybody, is going to answer that question, unless they're in that top, 5%. They're going to say they don't make enough money. This is a very subjective, thought process or opinion, right? Does have that validity to it, but it's very subjective, right? The second reason that we really, really focused on was that the people who live in financial stagnation, they have what we call low financial efficiency, right? And financial efficiency is something that's more objective. It's more definitive. We can measure it. We can see it. We can touch it. We can make adjustments and see the results of it. And, it's a result of financial literacy, but you don't have to be an economist, to be able to have very good financial efficiency. And, as we go through this information, you'll understand why, we believe that and why that's our position. Right. Now, here's another very good, example that we need to take into consideration. Currently, this is the second week in April, 2020. So we all are dealing with the pandemic, right? And we're seeing what's happening, not only to the economy in the US, but the economy across, the world, right? And we're seeing that if you don't have certain things in place, you're going to be hurting, you're going to be suffering, you're going to be devastated even more, right? So financial efficiency is even more critical now. It's exponentially more important now than what it was, even a few months ago, right? Now, there's three reasons why we focus on financial efficiency. One is our system, right? We have a system that addresses it, and it's very easy to improve financial efficiency with our system, right? So we play to our strengths because we've cracked the code. We know exactly what to do, how to help people, improve their financial efficiency. Secondly, as we improve your financial efficiency, more income comes with it. Using our method, using our system, you're going to get more income by default. So we don't necessarily have to make more income the focus, although that is what most people need, right? But the more or the additional income comes out of improving the financial efficiency, right? And third, because you already have the resources, you already have a vehicle that you are empowered with that can stop you living paycheck to paycheck if you just use that vehicle a little bit differently. If you put that vehicle on a better road, right? It's kind of like, you've got a good car, but you live in an area where you don't have paved, roads, you don't have any highways. Well, doesn't matter if you got a Lamborghini, you can't really drive it, right? So we provide that road. We provide a nice, smooth 6-lane, interstate, freshly paved, no potholes. So you can really get out there and use the vehicle that you have more efficiently so that it can actually provide what its potential is already there, right? Now, here's the challenge, which we know if you talk to people who are living in paycheck to paycheck type of lifestyles, they're gonna say, hey, I don't have excess money to invest in traditional activities to give me financial growth, right? And that's true, they don't. But they don't have excess money to do so primarily because of low financial efficiency. So again, as we focus on and address the financial efficiency, other things are going to start to free up, right? So just bear with me. You're gonna see how this all ties together, right? Now, let's be clear. When we talk about financial efficiency, what it really means is making your money produce better or more financial benefit for you, not for the owners of big corporations, making it produce more or better financial benefit for you, okay? And this is not about, chasing, discounts and savings, these cashback programs, all of those, they sound real good. They got a lot of, really, really nice commercials and everything, but that's not really where it's at. And that in and of itself or by itself is not enough. You're not going to get to financial independence or financial freedom by chasing discounts. It's just mathematically not going to happen. And in section 2, we'll dive into that a little bit deeper and show you exactly why. It's just math. It's not going to happen. Right? So, are you ready to learn why you should join the crowd? It's real simple, right? I'm gonna show it to you in a short video, and it's gonna, start to click for you. It's the elephant in the room. Okay, here we go.
Let's face it, up to 80% of Americans are sick of living paycheck to paycheck. Most employed workers haven't had an increase in income in over 20 years, and many have seen a decrease, causing people to spend a high percentage of their income just to survive. Here's a simple solution. Join the crowd and use our smart e-commerce system to turn your consumer spending into fueling your future like never before. Step 1, pay less on your normal spending with our Savvy Exclusive Club. Step 2, join our revenue sharing program and earn an income from simply inviting others to join, save, share, and earn just like you. You can truly change your life and your future by helping others. Join our alliance to transform the way the world earns residual income. YourLife Crowd. We bring shopping, saving, and earning together all in one place.
Wow, how simple is that? Did you guys see the elephant? Was it pink? Was it a big, healthy, broad, elephant just standing in the room, right? Yes, we're talking about group economics. We're talking about virtual group economics because we're using an e-commerce platform. So there's no boundaries, there's no real limitations, right? But what we're doing here is we're converting your existing everyday spending into an income source, right? Consumer spending, by definition, is something that normally is not producing anything. It's just you spend it, and it's kind of like buying your typical car. It's depreciating as soon as you spend it. It's not going to produce any type of return for you. All right. But what we do is we structure the system that allows you to channel your money along with other members' monies into buying the same products that you already buy, but instead of those profits being sucked away and getting funneled up to the owners of big corporations, we profit share and we let those resources, we let that wealth continue to circulate within the community, right? Within the group economic community, right? This is not any new concept. It's been around for, thousands and thousands of years. The difference is we have perfected it. We're using it so that it doesn't matter what your nationality, what your ethnic background is, male, female, age, sex, none of that stuff matters. What matters is that you understand that if you're part of that 60% of adult Americans, you don't have enough financial efficiency. It's not your fault. The system is set up for you to spend your money on things that do not produce. You literally, you're buying things that perish, and don't bring about a return, right? And it's not necessarily the items, it's where you're buying from. It's the manner that you're buying more so than it is the actual items, because we're selling the same products, right? We're just structuring the transaction, we're structuring the commerce differently so that you benefit not only as a consumer, but you also get to benefit like a business owner. And that's where it's at. That's where, the residual income comes in, because as what we call the crowd, right? The members, the group of people, as they continue to shop, right, on a monthly basis, that's producing profits on a reoccurring basis. And we're sharing those profits, right? So the result is you're getting residual income, all right? Now we're pretty much winding this section down, right? When we go into section 2, because I want you, to digest this, because this is it. This is the why, right? And your why should be because you want a piece of the pie. Section 2 is going to show you how you get a piece of the pie, okay? Right? So the whole goal for us is to empower you, right? Empower ordinary, everyday Americans so that your money works more for you, right? The money that you're already spending, right? We make it work better for you, not for the owners of the corporation, right? And again, it's money that you're already spending. We're not giving you some, new, juice or new, this or that you need to buy. We're talking about literally what you already spend. And that's a huge part of our program that I cannot emphasize enough, right? So we're not, trying to sell you some new, lotion and potion that you may or may not, want to use or need to use or anything like that. We're trying to give you an opportunity to make your existing resources perform for you in a manner that they historically have not, all right? So again, when we go into section 2, we're going to show you the money. We're going to show you how easy it is for you to get a share of that profit pie, okay? Because we're in a capitalistic, society. So commerce is done for a profit. You want to be able to share in that profit. You want to be able to do it, in a inclusive manner, not in a winner take all. There's room for everyone to prosper. But when you operate in a winner take all, environment, that diminishes the opportunity or the probability of everybody prospering. Our business model allows everybody to prosper. Now, you may prosper at different levels and everything because, you know, you actually are more dedicated, more committed, you produce, you know, more. But because you're prospering more, it's not at the expense of someone else. So you're winning more, they're still winning, right? They just may not be winning as much. They may not be winning at the scale that you're winning, but they're still winning. So it's definitely a win-win environment, all right? So we're gonna cut it off here, and we're gonna see you in section 2 when we go into and we show you the money, okay?